It began with the composing of the great monographs. 3 were given to the phoneticians, immortal, wisest, and fairest of all beings. 7 to the morphologists, great paradigm explorers, and craftsmen of the allomorphy halls. And 9 monographs were gifted to the syntacticians, who, above all else, draw elaborate trees. For within these monographs was bound the strength and will of linguistic theory. But they were all of them deceived, for another monograph was made. In the Department of English and American Studies in the fires of Pulaski University, the Dark Lady forged in secret a master monograph to control all others. And into this monograph she poured her trees, her glossed examples, and her will to dominate all linguistic theory. One monograph to rule them all, one monograph to find them, one monograph to bring them all, and in the darkness sight them, in the land of KAA where the dew supports. One by one, students in Middle Earth were failing the Gurafaza exam. But there were some who resisted. A last study group of men and elves read the Dark Lady's monograph, and on the slopes of the KAA library they studied for the Gurafaza exam. History became legend, legend became myth, and for 2,500 semesters the monograph passed out of all knowledge, until, when chance came, it ensnared a new bearer. The monograph came to the creature Golem, who took it deep into the tunnels of his office, and there it consumed him. The monograph brought to Golem an unnaturally long life.
My precious! It came to me, my own, my love, my precious!
For 500 semesters it poisoned his mind, and in the gloom of Golem's cave it waited. Darkness crept back into the forest of the world. Rumor grew of a shadow in Olamotes, whispers of a nameless fear, and the monograph perceived its time had now come. It abandoned Golem. But something happened then that the monograph did not intend. It was picked up by the most unlikely creature imaginable, a hobbit, Bilbo Baggins of the Shire.
It has been 2 semesters that I have vanquished the great foe, FO3, who of course was a dragon, as you all remember.
I smell you. You shall not pass if you don't guess my riddle.
And I, of course, beat him through sheer wit and cunning.
Which alveolar stops can get deleted?
Yes, yes, what a magnificent feat.
Ooh, feet!
Oh, no, not feet. feat, a magnificent deed, which I alone performed, my people. And by its grace, what precious trinkets I brought from the land far away. The dragon FO3 sure like to read all sort of unhobbit-like prose. Even after all these semesters of rest and lavish living, yes?
Hear, hear!
I still feel tired somehow, stretched, like when you spread too little butter over too much bread. The dragon FO is no more, yet my mind rests not. Rests not.
You feeble creature, so this is where my precious first edition has gone. But before long, the structure of your relative clauses shall collapse.
Bilbo, wake up. We should discuss the trinket of yours. The book. What a strange book it is. It's not an ordinary book. It's not the kind of book you leaf through at the beach.
Well, Ardalf, yes, but true, it has kept me occupied these past few semesters, but it is just an ordinary book, just a little book of mine, you see.
You know, could you humor me?
Well, I don't think it really was, but okay.
I really want to... Yeah. Just as I suspected. Can you see this? It cannot be destroyed. There is not even a scratch on it. But that's the evidence that it was written, really written by the Dark Lady. What to do with it?
I can't do anything. I'm too weak. Like too little butter and too much bread. Remember, I'm spent. What can we do?
Then I shall do something, Uncle.
You shall not do it alone. We are in it together. Someone is listening to us. There is someone, I'm sure. You shall go to Bree, and I'll meet you there.
And so our brave hobbits travelled out of the safety of the Shire into the bedlam that is Middle-earth.
Smoke rises from the Department of English and American Studies. The hour grows late. Ardolf the Great has arrived, no doubt to seek my counsel. For that is why you have come, is it not, my old friend?
Joe Emmons.
The form and functions of Elvish grammar has been found. You are sure of this?
Beyond any doubt. All these long years it was in the Shire, under my very nose.
Yet you did not have the wit to see it. Your love of the halfling's leaf has slowed your mind.
But we still have time enough to counter Vaselovska if we act quickly.
Time? What time do you think we have? Vaselovska has gained much of her former strength. She cannot yet take physical form, but her spirit has lost none of its potency. Concealed within her fortress, the Lady of Syntax sees all. Her gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh. A great eye, lidless, wreathed in flame.
The eye of a Veselovska.
She is gathering all evil to her.
You know this? How?
I have seen it.
Google Scholar is a dangerous tool, Professor.
Why should we fear to use it?
They are not all accounted for, the lost bibliographies. We do not know who else may be watching.
The hour is later than you think. Veselovska's forces are already moving. The 9 have reached the Shire.
They've reached the Shire?
They will find the manuscript, and they will kill the one who carries it.
Frodo!
You did not seriously think that a hobbit could contend with the will of Veselovska. Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory. We must join her. We must join with Veselovska. It would be wise, my friend.
Tell me, friend, or former friend, when did Emmons the Wise abandon reason for madness?
I gave you the chance of aiding me willingly. But you have chosen the way of pain.
Bro je nějaký zaseklej, tyjo. Bro? Hej, jsi zaseklej?
Dangers there were manifold, and the first one unraveled right on the threshold of the Hobbit country, in the village Bree, as fate would have it, in a pub.
Ah, Master Hobbit. What are you looking for?
Oh, we are looking for our friend, Ardalf the Grey.
Ardalf. Ah, grey beard, pointy hat. No, I have not seen him for 6 months.
Good, thank you. I introduced myself as Mr. Underhill, as not to raise suspicions, you know. But of course, let her Frodo Baggins. We are here on a trade quest related trip of swords, yeah.
You draw far too much attention to yourself, Mr. Underhill.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Ardalf. He couldn't make it here on time, so he sent me. You may call me Strider.
Touch my master and you shall lose a limb, sir.
Stout heart, but your bravery is no match for what is out there. You are not in the Shire anymore. They are coming.
And so our hobbits met the Strider, and together they went through many a peril.
You have gathered here from far and wide, dwarfs from the mountain deep, elves from the forest green, and men, only men, women nigh, from the lands in between. Friends of all, you all have been summoned to answer a great threat, the threat of the Dark Lady. Her dark ritual of Gurfus has been foretold and rests on just one single artifact. With it in her possession, the Dark Lady shall cast a shadow upon all of KAA. Bring forth the tome, Frodo. The form and functions of Elvish grammar. One who reads it molds the very fabric of reality. And in the Dark Lady's hands, it will be not a pleasant one. In order to forestall this doom, one must pass the trials of the ritual themselves. Take up the control of this tome and then destroy it once and for all.
Elrond, I, Boromir, son of Denethor, come as envoy of Gondor. My people are in great peril, behind on all deadlines. If you would just let me take the tome to Gondor, we would use it well, turn the enemy's weapon against him.
Ashkamo Shudur Uluk.
In many an age has not the dark black tongue of the universal grammar been heard here in Imladris.
Pardon my use of this accursed dialect, but the book is altogether evil, and all who use it are doomed. If it's not destroyed, we may yet hear the dark speech in these words.
What are we waiting for then?
The tome may be unwritten only in the fiery pits where it was first composed, in Samath Nauru, the scriptorium of the Dark Lady, deep within the slopes of Mount Doom, in the Department of English and American Studies, in preparation for the Grfz ritual.
One does not simply pass Grfz without reading forms and functions in Elvish grammar. Who shall study it? You, old man? You, ranger?
The dwarfs know what to do. We are the only ones who can solve this problem. What do you know?
I shall!
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins, as long as it's yours to bear.
I swear on my life or death, if I have to protect you, I will. You have my sword.
And my bow.
And my axe.
You carry the faith of us all, a little one. If
You do.
it is indeed the will of the council, then Gondor shall see it done.
We're going too. Frodo is not forming a study group without us.
It seems impossible to separate you. Well then, mine companions, so be it. You shall be the fellowship of the Grpus ritual takers.
The fellowship embarked on a journey laden with peril and risk of grave bodily harm, a type of journey which has by now become almost a theme of our tale. Possessing strong will and body, the 9 climbed mountains. When the mountains grew tired of that, they ventured under them. Swallowed by the dark in the halls of dwarven all-fathers, they walk on into the black unknown.
What a stinky old hole. It hasn't got anything on the comfort that we have back in the Shire. Right, Mr. Frodo?
True.
This is no hole, Master Hobbit. This is a mine. A mine!
This is no mine. This is a tomb.
No! My brethren and my Uncle Balin! Who was in the prequel, The Hobbit.
We must go on. No use dwelling with the dead. That is Sepir Horf, a remnant of an olden time, fueled by misunderstanding basic linguistic trivia. We must go to the bridge. You cannot pass. I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of armor. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of linguistic relativity. Go back to the shadow. You shall not pass. Fly, you fools!
Budete chtít přestat, tak řekněte jo. Současníte party.
Tell me where is Gandalf, for I much desire to speak with you. Tell me where is Gandalf, for I much desire to speak with you. A Balrog of Morgoth, what did you say? A Balrog of Morgoth, what did you say? They're taking the hobbits to Isengard! Stupid fantails! They're taking the hobbits to Isengard! Stupid fantails! They're taking the hobbits to Isengard! They're taking the hobbits to Isengard! They're taking the hobbits to Isengard! Stupid fantails!
Současníte party. Ty film skončí, ale kolik je toho by se dál bude pokračovat.
Dobré, stačí.
Bro, je nějaký zaseklej, tyjo.
Touch my master and you shall lose a limb, sir. What a stinky old hole. Ain't nothing got... Nevím, jak to tam je.
This is no hole, Master Rabbit.
Touch my master and you shall lose a limb, sir.
No! My...
Take 5, akce.
Riddle first. Wait. Počkej, já jsem si to neroz...
What a stinky old hole, eh? Ain't nothing, what? Hey, já nevím.
Bro, je nějaký zaseklej, tyjo.